this to speak in this conference. Our presentation discusses the field of non-formal education for adults and conveys the idea of amateur theater as a means of personal development. We believe that theater helps to develop our languages and our social skills. We will present a case study of French amateur theater group in Lithuania. As you can feel and see that my language of preference is French, but today I will speak, I must speak in English. Our experience-based research explores the impact forming on stage on the development of personal traits and social skills in adults, especially focusing on their language 2 or L2 skills. We will also find instances that trigger or encourage and increase in motivation to learn a foreign language. The application of theater-based activities has a long tradition in education overall and also in developing language skills. Dramatic pedagogy, applied theater, experiential learning, and process theater are just a few of the many theater-related methods that largest a wide range of aptitude and skills. They have been successfully applied at various levels of education and have not lost their relevance in the face of the challenges of the 21st century. French is not the most popular living language taught in Europe, and that's why we are interested in the reasons and motives of learners for studying this language. Our study focuses on observation and reflections related to non-formal education. Our goal is to answer the questions. What is the importance of the active approach, which aims to make the learner an actor of the training they follow? And what is the place of theatrical activities in such an approach? How does theater contribute to personal development, particularly by facilitating the improvement of language skills? We base in psychological and educational theories from the works of Atkinson, Dorney, Dufay, Gage, Gardner, and others. And in this presentation, we will speak firstly about learning today, motivation, our theater COMSA, and survey results. And finally, we will present our conclusions. Our conclusions are based on the analysis of data collected through an online survey regarding the personal opinions and reflections of participants in amateur theater. The data covers their attitudes and ideas based on their theatrical acting experience. The survey questions addressed the evolution of participants' socially relevant skills such as collaboration, active listening, and critical thinking, as well as the development of their communicative skills, particularly in using French. The evolution of new technologies, the increase in the quantity and speed of information, globalization, and the COVID-19 pandemic have transformed our planet and people in recent times. On the one hand, we become very addicted to information, but on the other hand, we often get lost in the jungle of information and media. Besides, there is a need to learn and use several languages in new conditions. Climate change, space conquest, reduction of inequalities, extremism, and other. While the internet and artificial intelligence are disrupting exchange between people and everything around us, men and women must still have a way of living in harmony among themselves in the environment. Antoine de Exupéry said, "The true teaching is not to speak to you, but to lead you." John Robert Anderson categorization provides us with three basic stages: cognitive, associative, autonomous. To learn, you certainly need to be motivated. The learning on adults based on their experience and skills, while the working with children is based on a school curriculum. Adults know why they are learning and children often do not, especially if you talk about French language in foreign language, FLE in French. However, in both cases, we must choose methods that arouse or give rise to motivation. This term, which began to be used in education from the middle of the last century. We want and can learn any language if we are motivated. Without motivation, no cognitive processes which requires reflection, memorization, understanding, and concentration is possible. The deduction, Nathaniel Gage and David Berner explain it as needs, interests, values, attitudes, aspiration, and inclination. Zoltan Dorney sees it as a process causing a great force that stimulates human activity until our goal is achieved, even when another force tries to eliminate. Geoff Petit round about 7 principles. Firstly, believe in the importance of learning, have confidence in your strengths, view the learning process as a personal challenge, communicate. You must to work with a teacher who help to structure and understand and meet deadlines, learn more about skills or competences and less about contents. So now, as already said above, model learning is moving towards the motivation of learners and their active participation. For Robert Pignard and Bernard Dufeu, theatrical activities allow the learner to discover and feel more easy the rhythm, intonation, pronunciation, melody, structure. In our case, the activities of the French-speaking Lithuanian amateur theater COMSA are directed by Carolina Masuris, professional actress. The theater COMSA was created in 2003 on the initiative of the Association Lithuania-France. And the first show was called Madame K, and the last, it was in 2023, Impossible, It's Not French. And you can see our troupe here. Okay. We interviewed 14 COMSA members online. The survey questions were written in English and French. The amateur actors of the COMSA troupe are very heterogeneous in terms of their age and their profession. The actor age from 10 to 65. The profession include teacher, lawyers, IT specialists, managers, and employers, actors, translators, and other. You can see question in this questionnaire. As you could see, our investigation was divided into 4 main areas. The first, core personal information. The second section illustrates the origin of interest in the COMSA theater and the respondents' attitude. Here's those questions. Why did you join COMSA? In short, how do you rate your COMSA experience? Why did you like or dislike your COMSA experience? Which of the positive experience? Why did you like or dislike your COMSA experience, etc.? And the last section was aimed at the response languages skills. So in this part of presentation, you will see slides with results of our research. And you can see the question, reason of the responders linked to the COMSA troupe. And you can see that for the 85%, it was firstly the theater and the desire to use or improve French. In third place, it was answer, I was invited, asked by a friend, about 40%. And the answer, I wanted to learn new things, received about 30%. And what is interesting is that just 14% of the respondents joined the theater in search of popularity or in search of new challenges. Here you can see the question, which character features do you think are most useful in COMSA? So the data present that about 62% it was friendliness, enthusiasm, creativity, and reliability. And for 50% it was patience, empathy, and sense of humor. In this slide, you see the question, how important are the following social skills? And the data shows that it was communication, collaboration, problem solving, conflict resolution, but most important, it was communication and conflict resolution. Here you see the question, how would you describe your relation with French? And you can see that our response told that I learned it in formal education, or I use it on a regular basis. But 50% response, I learned it in formal education, and 25% told that I use French for work. Here you see the answer to the question, why did you like or dislike your COMSA experience? And you can see that our COMSA troop members told that because it makes me feel younger, because it's fun. I liked it because of ability to realize myself in theater and other creative fields and very warm ambience and people. Or I liked it because we have experienced many very rich working sessions. Or I liked it because of new people and that with some of them we are still friends. So, and finally, here our conclusions. Firstly, the survey proves that theater is viewed as a highly positive experience. Secondly, language education should incorporate not only the development of language skills, but also such features as creativity, empathy, respect, positive attitude, communicability. Third, theatrical activities, including our amateurs troupe COMSA, are part of lifelong learning because the actors of this theater are of different ages. Fourth, the theater is also an example of the combination of a playful activity, motivation, and focusing or learning in a foreign languages, in our case, French. And the last point, these methods also make the learning moment more attractive and interactive by developing learners' personal and interpersonal skills. Thank you for attention. Merci pour l'attention.
Thank you so much. Okay.